Hello my lovely Geminis, welcome to Earthrise Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a general love reading for my Geminis in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a general love reading, so it won't resonate fully with every single person out there, so as always, take what does resonate, leave what doesn't for somebody else. It's also a timeless message, it's for whenever you come across it. And if you come across this video, I would say there's probably something in the message here for you today, but if there isn't and it's just not your reading, don't worry about it. There's always another day, another reading. So also huge thank you and huge welcome to all the new subscribers who are here as a result of the last Gemini video. I'm so touched and overwhelmed by all the feedback, how much it resonated and the support so to the channel and to me. So huge thank you and huge welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm so happy to have you here again. And if you're new to the channel, then thank you so much for trying me out. So Gemini, I'm going to jump straight into a spread for you today and we'll see what's going on for you and the person who's coming through in your reading. I did do a quick pre-shuffle for you just to see what was up, and the message I was getting seemed to be one of a new person coming towards you and being quite hyped up in like a good way about you, Gemini, like pretty passionate, pretty excited and wanting to move things forward. Obviously the roles, everything I'm saying, the roles can be reversed, but let's just say that for now that whilst they were very excited and wanting to move things forward pretty fast, you were coming across as kind of potentially disinterested, maybe not wanting to invest or not seeing much potential in maybe just thinking this person is only interested in passion. There did also seem to be like a bit of a hangover emotionally from a previous situation, which was also influencing your kind of feelings about this new person. Now that might not be for everyone, and we'll see if it actually comes up in the spread as well, but just to let you know, that's what was coming through in the pre-shuffle. So can I get the top 8 cards for my lovely Geminis today, please? And this reading is going to be about you and the person who's coming through strongest. This could be someone who's on your mind, or it could just be someone who's very strong in your energy at this time. I also would say sometimes it might not be necessarily the person you assume it is, or you assume it would be. So I'll just listen to the reading and see who you think it might be from that. Not necessarily applying from the start who you think it will be, if that makes sense. And everything I'm saying, this is how you feel about this person, this is how they feel about you. If it resonates for you the other way around, just reverse the roles, that's absolutely fine. Cross watchers, if you come here to find out about Gemini, you could just as well resonate in the Gemini positions. So flip the roles if needed, that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to get the top 8 cards. Wow, I've been shuffling for ages. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so with the pre-shuffle I was saying about someone wanting to take this quite quickly and move things forward, and the first card that came out of the deck I was using, different deck than I'm using now, for the pre-shuffle was the Chariot, first card out, and in the first card for the position of how this person who's coming through in the spread feels about you, is feeling about you, Gemini, is the Chariot. So, let's see. Okay. At the bottom of this deck we have the High Priestess. There we go. Beautiful. 8 of Cups, Knight of Swords. So, let's see. There might be, someone might have some sort of, they might really know if they're honest with themselves, if you like, that there is a need to move on and leave something behind that wasn't emotionally fulfilling. Potentially, there's a lot of sadness that maybe attached to some sort of commitment, or attached to a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe you were dealing with before, Gemini, who there's been a need to, I don't think you've been speaking to this person, but I don't think that's who's coming through here. But I feel like this is a previous person who you may not have been speaking to for a while, and because you've been trying to heal from hurt from a previous person. Wow. This could have been a married partner. Yeah, could have been someone you were married to or just in a long-term commitment. And I feel like there may have been some brutal words, communication exchange between you and this person, or some sort of harsh cutting off, or something explosive may have gone down with this person. And it's like, it's time to actually move on and detach emotionally from that. But there is still, potentially there might have been a bit of lingering holding on to that situation. And still, maybe just still kind of feeling the, how can I put this? When someone's done us wrong, and it's sometimes even when it's not doing us any good to still hold on to the hurt, it's sometimes we do hold on to it for longer because we feel that sense of injustice about what's happened. But it's almost like it's got to the point, whoever this is for, this could also be for someone else that you're dealing with, but I feel like this is what I'm getting. This is about you, Gemini. It's got to the point where holding on to that previous situation is now, it's not constructive anymore, and it's just kind of remaining in the same sadness and disappointment, that it's not changing anything by staying in that energy, if that makes sense. It's not going to make that person, it's not going to right the wrong that happened, and it's not going to make that King of Cups potentially you were dealing with make things right. It's just only, it might be and with this High Priestess, I feel like this as well. Like if you really tap into what your kind of inner wisdom is telling you, is that the only person still kind of being left in a crappy place by holding on to this is you. It's not actually maybe even affecting the person who put you in that place emotionally anymore. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's definitely, I feel like maybe some truth was exposed in the past, Gemini, about someone that you were really in love with. Wow, my God. Like, absolutely besotted with. Whether you were in a commitment with them or not, or that's just what you wanted or like could see for your future. This was someone that you had so much love for. Like, they represented you could have considered this person, the one, your soulmate. For some of you, if you resonate with the twin flame kind of narrative, then you may have considered that was that person. But I think also it's the idea of letting that person go is freaking you out a little bit. But there was already a truth exposed about that person in the past, and it may have almost left you stuck since then. Okay, let me get the next layer for your spread, Gemini. So can I clarify for Gemini, please, for the top 8 cards from this deck? Well, what that truth may have been. Let me see what else comes out, because I don't want to just say things for the sake of it. It wasn't completely clear whether it was something to do about they were also involved with somebody else, whoever this was that you wanted, or they were deciding between you and somebody else and they chose someone else potentially. But let's see. Early days. for the reading. Okay, the moon. It's just, wow, the moon and the Ace of Cups. Also, I mean, in terms of the person coming through in this reading, Gemini, I feel like you've got someone who might be about to make it very clear to you that they want something with you. And that might be stressing you out as well. Like the idea of starting something real. Like, oh shit, it just got serious. Maybe it might be that this new person might be someone that you kind of discounted as this is just going to be a fling, or this is just for, you know, I need to like let off some steam, or for, you know, for some passion or this kind of thing. But they might be about to actually make it known that they would like to make this official or exclusive, and that you might be not in that place. You might want more time. You might not feel like it's moving too fast. Let's see. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. We've got the same card on top of itself. So the same card from two different decks in the same position. Interesting. All right, so at the bottom of this deck is the moon. Oh, as you can see, this is why I do this stuff live, or if you like, so you can see that I'm not making this up. The moon is at the bottom of the deck, and I was just shuffling for a good while after I showed you it. It fell out. So there's the moon again. The moon and the magician. The moon with the magician. This is interesting. This is giving me that someone has been trying to make something happen without you maybe being totally aware that, because this may be someone who you weren't totally interested in, potentially, Gemini, like may have either overlooked them or rejected them previously, or they just weren't on your radar is kind of what I'm getting. I feel like someone's been doing things in the background, is kind of what I'm getting, to that you might not necessarily be aware about, to try and change your mind about them, and to try and get you to see them in like a way that they're more interesting, more desirable, maybe to try and kind of win you over, but doing things to win you over kind of in secret. Let's see. Wow. What is this? Hold on. Yeah, this is someone that you knew from the past. Even this new person might be someone that you've known before, who would like some sort of reconciliation with you. Like a new beginning with you would represent their kind of wish fulfillment and everything they could hope for. So this could be someone that is like returning to your life. And I'm not getting the fact that they were an ex. It could just be that you maybe rejected their advances in the past. So yeah, that's kind of what I was getting. They're trying to manifest a new beginning with you, but without making you totally aware. Maybe, just try and change your mind. I feel that this might be someone that you didn't want before, but they're very. I don't know if you maybe felt, like this person was just a player, or has their attention distracted by somebody else whilst they were also kind of dealing with you purely in a passionate way, or that they were interested in someone else before. which might be why you rejected them, because that you kind of felt like maybe they were more focused on someone else and just treating you as just a physical thing. But they were looking at but they had feelings for somebody else, and they were kind of, okay, interesting. All right. So I'm going to get the third and final layer, Gemini, and then I'll go through your reading. The spread, sorry. Reading's already started. So can I get the top 8 cards one more time? Okay, so this could be someone who you kind of had an interaction with before, and they are rushing towards you, wanting to really get things going with you, but you're like, nah, we did this before, we tried this before. You just treated me like, you only wanted the physical with me, so no, because I was getting this sense from the pre-shuffle that you're quite sure that there's no point, there's no potential for something like long-term with this person. But you may just also be in a very kind of like, potentially a bit standoffish mode when it comes to love. I mean, we all go through those phases where you just don't want to, you're maybe just wanting to kind of be left alone a little bit. But let's see. The top 8 cards, please, for Gemini. One more time. Yeah, the bottom of the deck so far is the High Priestess and the Moon. So there's definitely Pisces energy here, but also just this, both of those cards kind of talk a little bit secretive, a little bit mysterious, things going on beneath the surface that we don't necessarily know about, or, being connected with our subconscious, and having like an awareness of things that are not just a superficial level, or, kind of the root causes of why we're feeling certain ways, or... All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, Gemini. I'm just going to say this now because I know what direction I'm going to have to take this in terms of how you feel about this person. Cross watchers, if you don't like what I'm saying that this Gemini feels about this particular person, it might just not be your reading. There's no need to dislike it because you don't like what I'm about to say. If that's going to be for the cross watchers, because I know what I'm going to have to say from those cards. Sagittarius cross watchers did not like what I had to say about how Sagittarius is feeling, so I'm just going to put that out there now. It might just not be your reading. Interesting combination, as is that. Okay, wow. At the bottom of this third deck is another major arcana, Gemini. We've got Justice this time. So this is Libra energy now. Ooh, whoa. What? It's me talking about major arcana. We've got Justice, the Devil, the Magician, and the World. And the Magician, oh actually it's 3 cards down, was underneath the Moon with the second deck. So, okay. That is a lot of major arcana fueling this third deck here. There's something coming into balance here for you, Gemini. I feel like, it was funny because I was talking about that first deck about someone who had wronged you, and it was difficult to kind of let it go. Because that injustice, that wrong you were still feeling it. But again, I'm kind of getting a message that there is something coming towards you here, which is kind of a little bit of making things right for you after you experience something which was potentially very toxic, or some sort of relationship which was controlling, or you felt trapped by, So there is an element here that you have been freed, and you're heading, and in that process, you're heading towards what could potentially be very like fulfilling emotionally. It could make you feel like you're kind of secure and loved, and there's a sense of, you could be heading towards new stability and like a home with this someone who's coming towards you here. But there is definitely a defensiveness from you and a standoffishness from you about this person who I'm going to say here as well before I get into the spread, that you might feel as a bit of a trickster, that they're involved. They're also, saying the same to other people, that basically this person is sharing themselves not just with you but with others as well. So obviously, yeah. Well, obviously, but... What is this? There could be an Aries wanting to charge towards you, Gemini. They see you again. What is this? They see you, I was going to say, as, very desirable, let's just say, like someone they want to have a new beginning with, something solid that they want to kind of have a solid new beginning with, very passionate about you. But I don't know if you were dealing with someone who, or are currently, about someone you maybe feel like they weren't completely honest with you about a child that they had, potentially, whether they had a child with someone else, and whether that's a current situation or that's something that came, I did say that there was like something that came to light in the past that really shattered you. I don't know if that was what came to light, that made you kind of have to head away from someone before. Okay, let's get into your spread. So, cross watchers, cover your ears. How is Gemini feeling about the person who's coming through in this spread? We've got the King of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So the King of Swords is your energy, Gemini. It's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But it's also just, you feel like you already... I think that might have even been in the same position for Sagittarius, actually. But anyway, I feel like this is telling me that you already have a sense that you have this person's number. You know what they're like. You know everything you need to know about this person. You may feel like they already disappointed you because they kept secrets, or they weren't. They were acted in a sneaky, strategic way. They also could have been quite greedy, is the word I just got. Whether that was greedy in terms of wanting attention from lots of people and then just hoarding that and keeping it to themselves. It's a kind of a sense that you feel like you when your back is turned, this person's going to be up to no good, and that you don't want to experience any more pain. You don't want to cry over this person again, is kind of what I'm getting. If you have in the past, it's like you feel quite cold towards them, and that's what I was getting of like disinterested, because you feel like you've already shed enough tears over them, over their sneaky ass behaviour, basically. And it's almost like you feel like they can make themselves appear very cute and innocent, but it's an act to just kind of steal from you. Now, obviously, I'm not talking about literally stealing your goods, but they just steal your love and affection, or your time, or your effort, and then run away potentially. Yeah, I mean, you feel like this person has already let you down, already did enough damage, and you feel quite cold towards this person, and almost like you don't want to even look at them or give them the time of day, basically. Let's use this one. Let's see. Anything else you want to tell me about how Gemini is feeling about the person coming through in this spread? It's almost like you feel like you have been making steady progress to move on from this person who's coming through, and you don't, right? Okay, what I'm kind of getting is that you've been working on yourself and maybe working to head in a new direction for yourself, which has been a bit of a slog. Potentially you might feel like it's kind of been slow and steady, but you are seeing the progress pay off, whether that's just on progress on yourself or on your life or that kind of thing. And as a result, you don't really you aren't in a place of missing this person. I don't feel like it's someone that you're pining for, or that you really wanted to come back and make some sort of apology, because you felt like, well, what a jackass, basically. Like, you know, not someone that you were hoping would come back towards you with like a bunch of flowers and try and make things right. You might also feel like that kind of gesture from this person would be too, like, you wouldn't really believe it. Maybe you also kind of feel about this person that they have a lot of work to do on themselves, and it would take so much time for them to actually sort themselves out that you're like, no, this is not like a fixer-upper that I could take on board. It's like, no, they've got a lot of work to do, and I just, yeah, kind of thing. Let's see. This person might be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I think I said Aries already and Leo, but yeah, the King of Wands just flew out. But yeah, the King of Wands in this particular deck is someone who kind of expects you to chase them, funnily enough. Usually the King of Wands is someone who goes after what they want, but in this particular deck, he's kind of pointing at the chair, like waiting for his queen to basically go to him, sit where he wants her to sit, kind of thing. It's like he's the ringleader, basically. And then the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is kind of like this kind of puck, mischievous, cheeky character. But it's almost like they're very like charming, and they're good at saying things, but it's all like to fall in line. You might feel like this person is, how can I put this? Like they know how to say the right things. They're very good at saying the right kind of things that sound good, to like get you into their web, is kind of what I'm getting. Anything else? Why is this Six of Cups in reverse? Page of Wands has come out. Devil in reverse. Love to see it. I don't know if this is this person who was controlling to you before, actually, because I did specifically say that you may have felt like you were in a controlling situation before, and then the Devil has come out in reverse, but this Devil is literally like a giant. It's like got puppet strings, basically, that it's controlling these two people that are kind of stuck in this, like, it's like two people that end up, you know, creating their own prison. It's like when these two people get together, they think they're working on something beautiful, but it's actually just working on something that is keeping them stuck in a very unhealthy cycle. So that could just be how you feel about this person. and you kind of, I said, why is the Six of Cups in reverse? Like, why do you don't want this person back in your life? Because you might feel like the two of you would end up in that same unhealthy cycle again. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Okay, so essentially, for the person coming through in this spread, Gemini, who I feel like was the one who wants to get things moving with you pretty fast, and wants to move things forward, but you're like, no thank you, I don't want reconciliation, I don't want to give you a second chance. This was an unbalanced relationship before. Like, maybe you were waiting for them to put in the effort as well for quite some time, and they were just always wanting you to follow their schedule or follow their kind of like it only mattered, everything was on their terms essentially, and they would maybe just say things to kind of placate you or to make you feel like it was okay just to for them to call the shots about everything, and you know. Okay, so how is this person feeling about you, Gemini? Well, we've got the Chariot, as I showed you already, the Ten of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So the Chariot is Cancer energy as well. We've got Cancer, Pisces, let's see, anything else very strong? Leo, Aries, bit of Virgo, Sagittarius. Definitely fire energy and water is kind of what I'm getting mainly from this person, but they can be any sign. So with this combination of how they're feeling about you, well, they, as I said, they really want to charge forward with you. They're very... but it's just, I'm just wondering about this Ten of Wands, because I don't know if they feel... I swear that was in the same position for your last reading, but I don't know if this is the same person or not. I'm not really getting the same vibe, but your opinion towards them does look quite similar to the opinion you had in your last Gemini reading. But anyway, because this Ten of Wands, I remember saying how this person had a lot on their shoulders that they couldn't really shoulder on their own in your last reading, but that was ages ago now. But anyway, it could just be, it could be someone completely different, but basically I could be connecting with a different group of Geminis. But this person feels that maybe they had a lot that was affecting their ability to build with you, or that might still be the case. There's a lot kind of maybe on their shoulders, maybe responsibilities and that kind of thing, or a lot of baggage that they might have, but they feel like a lot has kind of been accumulated between the two of you that is now kind of weighing down the connection and the ability for you to get on the same page. Let me clarify, because this they feel like they want, like, success for them would be you listening to them, giving them a chance, and considering them someone that you want to actually partner up with and work with again. When I say listen to them, it's like they've got ideas, they've got plans, and what they really want is for you to just kind of listen to those plans and hear them out, because it's almost like they have this kind of determination, or they're very clear on the direction they want to go forward with you now, if they weren't clear before. But there's maybe this Ten of Wands could just talk about there's too much that's kind of happened between the two of you, and they're aware of that. That is getting in the way of another chance with you happening. Tell me more about how this person is feeling about Gemini. Well, that's interesting. We've got the Prince of Swords fell out, and then the Princess of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. In this particular deck, there's no kind of page or knight. There's just two genders of the same suit. So Prince and Princess of Swords, for example. Yeah, they really want... okay, yeah, I was just about to say they really want to have a conversation with you with that combination. And then underneath the Princess was the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. So this person is really gutted by the fact that you two are not speaking right now. Maybe you might be ignoring their messages, like not responding to them or not reaching out to them, certainly. Well, definitely you're not reaching out to them, but if they're reaching out to you, it seems like you're just trying to ignore them, trying to avoid communicating with them as much as possible. And they are sad about that. They do, again, I was just saying, they want you to kind of hear them out and to hear what their ideas are. So I don't know if they want to kind of come to you with either information that they feel might get you to rethink rejecting them, or like they want to find a solution for the two of you. What is this Ten of Wands about how this person feels about Gemini? Why the Ten of Wands? There we go. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. Interesting. So, yeah, they definitely have a lot on their shoulders, and things have taken some sort of turn for the worse for them. I don't know if they feel like you can help them out, again, Gemini, because... what is this Queen of Pentacles? Death. Wow. Tell me about that. Okay. Ooh. Wow. So an ending happened for this person. It might have been the ending with you. Things got too much, and you recognized that this was an unhealthy connection with this person for some reason, in terms of like the different way that it was unhealthy might be different for each of you, because it could well be that if you were helping this person out financially, Gemini, then, or not, if it's not financial, then maybe helping them out just to get back on their feet somehow, or, you know, maybe it might have been like, you may have felt like this person was like, look, I haven't got much right now, but I'm working on it, and in the future I'll be able to provide so much, or kind of give so much to this union in terms of my financial security kind of thing. And you may have helped them until you realised that that was a load of BS, basically, or that this person was not working on themselves or their career, so that would actually be the truth in the long run. It's like almost someone that you might have been helping, I don't know if they were like living with you, and you know, not paying towards the bills or rent or whatever, because there was something, you know, they were kind of saying, I just need to get back on my feet, or I just need to, you know, I'm at an early stage of my career where I have to do some things, you know, I have to work for free, but it's gonna, in the long run, it's gonna pay off. And then I think this person's got a lot weighing very heavily on them ever since you kind of called this as they were potentially a user, or using you for your generosity, and they were giving, it was almost like turned into almost like a parent-child relation dynamic, where they were kind of just using you as a mother figure. Sorry, Gemini. I know no one likes to hear that, that's why I said sorry. But things have definitely turned. Their situation, or their kind of, they have a lot of burdens weighing on them, or that they're just okay. Let me see. What is the burden? Because it could just be that they just feel like everything's got harder for them, and their life is just feels heavy and doesn't feel so positive or optimistic ever since there was an ending where you were like, wait a minute, this dynamic is not for my highest good, and I'm putting a stop to it. Ooh. This person may have really not wanted to face responsibilities. It's funny what I was just talking about, because the Two of Swords has come out with the Ten of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know if this person was trying to avoid or like trying to brush under the carpet money matters or work matters. I don't know if this person thought they could just have a free ride or not really deal with that kind of thing. Anyway, I don't want this reading to be like 2 hours long, so let's crack on. Hopefully that's given you some good information there, though. So what happened in the past, Gemini? We have got the Three of Swords, the Fool, and the Three of Wands. It almost kind of feels like there was hurt, definitely. Bear in mind, you feel the Five of Cups about and Seven of Swords about this person. There's the Three of Swords in the past. There was I think this person really hurt you, and it may be because they decided to head off on some sort of adventure on their own for their future. Like they had their sights set on something else, which they thought was part of their plan, and they headed off. But I feel like they headed off on their own, and they left you really hurt, and I'm getting the sense that it kind of affected your ability to trust people, because you kind of felt like, again, like a little bit used and then discarded, and you kind of had opened your heart up to this person, and then they stuck three knives in it, basically. Anything else? What happened in the past? What is this for Gemini? Yeah. Oh, wow. Look, I mean, the Fool is here. I'm just shuffling for like 5 seconds, and there's the Fool with the Knight of Wands. What's this card? And the Five of Wands is like the deck split. Sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. The Fool and the Five of Wands. Knight of Wands. It's like this person how can I put it? It's like they got they just decided to it was like a very spontaneous, very carefree energy of or fickle is kind of what I'm getting as well. Like they just suddenly decided that their great purpose in life was to head off in a completely different direction from you, Gemini, like leaving you feeling like, oh, so there's this between us was really nothing special. Like you didn't even acknowledge the connection between us or want to make any sort of decision about us. You just have decided, it's like someone who's like, okay, well now I need to pursue my dream of I literally can't think of anything, becoming a famous pottery maker or something, and that means I've got to jump on a plane and I don't know, like just do a runner, because it's like someone very like living very impulsively. Just like it's like a flavor of the month with this person. Yeah. Excuse my stomach rumbling. So what is this person's current situation, Gemini? We've got the Ace of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Swords. There we go. So it's an interesting mix because the Ace of Wands and the Sun, very fiery, again, very excited. I think I said hyped up when I was talking about your pre-shuffle right at the beginning, and yeah, that's like super energetic, and maybe it's just like a nervous excitement with this Nine of Swords, with this combination, but they're certainly very energized and determined and feeling like they can actually make this happen. Like they're really confident about being able to make a new beginning happen. But it's interesting because the confidence I'm getting from the Ace of Wands, for example, is very contradictory with the Nine of Swords, which is really anxious and let's just see. Why is this here for this person's current situation? Cute. Oh, okay. Essentially, they're worried, Gemini, that you are potentially seeing someone else, or you have other options, and that's kind of why you're also not talking to them, is because you've started something with someone else. So what's this Ace of Wands about? I think they're also stressed because they were previously so all over the place about, like, do I want this or do I want that? Talk about fickle. Like, literally just, how can I put it? Like, too much choice was this person's, like, part of the issue in the past. But it's like the illusion of choice. They felt like the world is their oyster and there's a million Geminis, there's a million of you out there kind of thing, or there's a million great choices to choose between. And then they might be stressed as well because with some time out, with some reflection, or maybe even when you kind of put a stop to this because of how you kind of decided this dynamic wasn't healthy, they may have, in the time out that you've had, been reflecting and kind of realized that it's an illusion, this sense of there are endless options out there for me kind of thing. And they might have realized that once in a while you come across something really special and then don't expect to just be able to replicate that with, by going out to a bar and finding that, like, easy come, easy go kind of thing. So I think they're stressed because they've realised that they previously had someone special and they treated them like an option. But they're like, okay, so this Ace of Wands and the Sun then, their focus is on making a new beginning happen with you. Yeah, see, exactly. It's funny because didn't I say they've been trying to work on some way to kind of change your mind about being completely disinterested in their kind of character and the way they behave. The Hanged Man flew out and it landed on top of the Seven of Swords of how you feel about them. So they are working on manifesting a new beginning with you, Gemini, and changing your mind about who you've kind of decided that this person is in your story. They're just a player and a jackass and completely untrustworthy and fickle as hell as well. And they're stressed because of what I was talking about, like the realization about this illusion of options. And they're determined to make a new beginning with you happen and to change your mind. So that's their situation. So what do they want to happen in the connection between you and them, Gemini? We've got the Six of Wands, the Hermit, and the Five of Wands. So they want success with you. They want to come out the victor Is that or feet? How can I put that? That's not really what I mean. Hold on. It's almost like what they want is to maybe be acknowledged for by you for the work that they've done on themselves and for the kind of journey. It's almost like what I've just got in my head is if you imagine someone that you're like you're a manager of at work and they are doing a really bad job and their performance they get put on like a performance plan because they are this close to being fired and you have to do that first to like show HR that you did everything you could before they get fired but they are you were this close to being like just I wish I could just fire this person right now. They get put on a performance plan and then they actually improve, their work actually improves, and then there's another like review with this person and then the manager gets to say, you know what, actually you've turned this around, you've turned yourself around, you've done what I was not expecting you to do and I'm so proud of you, and yes, like you're off the performance plan and you're keeping your job and I'm very happy to have you in the business, basically. But imagine that, but this is the two of you in a romantic relationship where, basically, when I say they want, like, victory, if that's what I said, and I was like, that's not what I mean, it would be the victory of proving to you that they have overcome their poor performance and their the challenge. If there was any kind of trust issues created with this person, they kind of want to show to you and be acknowledged by you, like for you to acknowledge the fact that they have actually succeeded in the challenge that had come up between the two of you. If there was other people in the mix, they want to also make it clear to you that you stand head and shoulders above any competition or anything like that. That they have kind of seen the light about temptation. It's like this person feels like what they want to happen is for you to basically see that they have shed some sort of old skin, that they've gone through a transformation of sorts of transforming their toxic behavior and their need to maybe even be a little bit too, not need, but their behavior pattern of being a bit two-faced or only telling you what you want to hear and then acting in a different way. And basically they want you to see the fact that they have overcome that. So what is the block or the challenge to this connection moving forward? We've got the Magician, the Four of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. So, in terms of the challenge, I feel like it's you feel very protective, that you need to protect yourself from this person and you don't want to be vulnerable. You may towards them again, like you are in a savings mode of kind of keeping things to yourself, including your effort and your energy, and kind of being very careful about maybe letting people into your home, even is kind of what I'm getting, or letting people use you again for it's like you've learnt your lesson, Gemini, you feel, when it comes to this person, and you feel like it would potentially put your security at risk to give this person another chance. Also, there's a sense here of like you're in a savings mode and a healing mode, and kind of you might even be trying to manifest something for yourself which has to do with your own stability. You might be saving for a home or something like this, and it's just the sense that you don't trust letting this person into your energy. Like, you feel like that they will destabilize your energy that you've got going on for yourself right now. You might also not be talking to them because you just don't feel like there is any potential for this person to be serious, to be reliable, for someone you could actually build with. You might also feel that they are manipulative and that they're just very good at telling you what you want to hear, but without anything to actually back it up. Anything else? The challenge for this connection? The Lovers in reverse? Why? That's your card, Gemini. Why is it in reverse? Oh. Either you feel like this person already, they chose someone else over you in the past, Gemini, and you're like, right, you made your choice, bye. Is what I'm getting from you. Wow, holy moly. The Tower has come out with the Queen of Swords in reverse on top of it, the Four of Cups, the Strength card in reverse. Wow, well, what can I say? If this person headed off to choose someone else over you in the past, Gemini, is also what I'm getting, then I'm getting a strong sense from you of like, you had one chance with me, you've made your bed now, you can lie in it, and it's like they already burnt their bridge with you, and you have already decided about this person that they are not the one for you. You might feel like they're a coward, or that they sneak away instead of dealing with things and being honest, that they don't sort things out for themselves. They make other people sort stuff out for them, kind of thing. Or they don't make, but they manage to like manipulate other people to sort things out for them. Wow, your opinion of them is quite low, basically. So yeah, that was definitely, you don't think this is worth it at all when it comes to this person. And you're looking to, like, you just, I don't know. It's like this person is not even on your radar for your future as far as you're concerned. So the action this person's most likely going to take towards you next, Gemini, we have Temperance, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Swords. There's definitely, there is a bit of a determination from them to have a reconciliation with you, certainly with that Seven of Wands. They are kind of still fighting for this. Temperance is represented by Artemis in this deck, and she is like a warrior in Greek mythology as well. But Temperance, again, Sagittarius energy, is that need to kind of go with the flow and have patience and not try and rush things and just get everything on. I feel like this person is very much someone who wants something to happen on their timeline. Like, if it's a good time for them, then it should be happening. Whether it's a good time for the other person and vice versa. Like, when it's good for you, if it wasn't good for them at that moment, then it's just not even, it's not even something they're going to discuss because it's not a good time for them right now, that kind of thing. Tell me, what does this mean in terms of the action they're going to be taking towards Gemini? Do you know if it's really paining them with that Three of Swords that you're not giving them the time of day and you're just focused on your career, potentially, Gemini, or you've got good stuff happening for you and you're like, no, this person is trying to call you I don't know if there's a situation where someone might, like a reception, might like message you to be like, I've got so-and-so on line 3 that's trying to reach you, Gemini, or I've got a call for you from so-and-so. You'd be like, yeah, tell them I'm in a meeting kind of thing. What is this 3 of Swords about? Yeah, exactly. 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit. That's you, Gemini. That's exactly what I was talking about. You're getting on with your career and your life, and maybe studying for some of you, or others, you know, busy with your own hobbies, your own interests. And you're in a very independent solar energy, and things are going good for you, but you're also kind of in that Hermit energy of like, what you go to work, maybe, or you work from home, you're coming home, shutting the door, closing the curtains, getting on with your life. It's like this person doesn't have a way to make it happen with you. So, but what kind of action are they going to be taking? It's like you're not in, you might not be like going out much, or in places that they could try and bump into you, or like try to meet up with you, or to have a chance to talk to you. It's like you're just unreachable. What kind of action is this person going to be taking? Oh, 7 of Wands again. I feel like there's a lot of from them, there's this kind of stuck energy. They might feel like it's proving to not be the right time to maybe make some sort of reconciliation happen with you. Maybe because of what I've just described about where you might be like, I'm busy, sod off, for example. And they might be feeling like what's happening here is it's the consequences of their own actions, basically. So they're kind of aware of that, or how this is playing out is making them very aware of that, but they're really stuck on you. And whilst you're not giving them the time of day, they can't actually move on, because they're now very much set on the fact that you represent their happily ever after, Gemini. What kind of action are they taking then? Three of Cups. What is this? Sun in reverse. Ooh, with the Four of Swords. Ow. Ooh. Listen, you're not talking to them, and it is, well, you won't be. And it's like, it might be that they are kind of facing the karma of their previous behavior by, maybe they thought that they could just come back and you would like, you know, okay, all right, then let's have another, you know, chance. Let's work on this together again. Oh, you've been working on yourself. Okay, well done. Here's a medal, and yes, we can have a new beginning. But it's like how this is actually playing out is making this person really see the writing on the wall and face. It's like they are stuck, because they seem to be unable to make a reconciliation happen with you, but that's all they want. And at the bottom of this deck we have the Four of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So whatever they did previously, and I feel like it was like having a good time in the moment. It was this very like, you know, just live for the moment kind of behavior, maybe in like a socializing or like entertaining other people, or just having a good time. Like, just why not, you know, why not let me just do this too kind of thing. Like, just do what feels good in the moment kind of behavior with involving third parties, or, you know, just keeping things casual and entertaining other people, etc. that was a complete turn off for you, Gemini. And now it might... I feel like their action is that they're going to try, but then the more that they get like stonewall blocked by you, the more it's going to actually start to settle in, and it's going to hurt, because they may have thought that they could make this happen really easily, just show back up and be like, okay, let's, Gemini will give me another chance, kind of thing. They might just start getting the realization of exactly how much they have actually hurt you by how they behaved in the past as well. So what's going to be happening in this connection going forward, Gemini, the next few weeks, next month, from when you come across this reading? It's normally what I would say. We've got the Page of Swords twice from 2 different decks, and the Four of Swords. It does make sense now I've gone through the rest of the spread. So the Page of Swords, 2 different decks on top of each other, and the Four of Swords. The fact that it's here twice kind of might suggest that you might be keeping tabs on each other. This person may be doing so more in the dark, like as in you might not, or one of you might be doing it in such a way that you're not necessarily aware that they're doing it. So we could be talking about like fake profiles, fake accounts, like looking at you on social media, or trying to find out about you from other means. And the other person might be, being quite direct and out there that they are trying to find out what's going on with the other person. Or it's just the fact that basically this person is going to be spying heavily on you, Gemini, to try and find out what is going on with you, why you're not responding to them, trying to find out information about, and just watching you, basically. You might be also, checking and seeing what's going on with this person as well, for some of you. But basically there's not back and forth communication happening. There's a lot of spying each other. Maybe mainly this person's spying you because you're not responding to them, and crickets in terms of communication. Let me just check. Anything else? Anything else but what's going to be happening between Gemini and the person coming through in the reading? The Lovers. It's your card again, Gemini. It is upright this time. Ace of Wands. I mean, this person really wants the Ace of Wands with you. Ace of Wands and the Lovers. But is that what someone is imagining? Or because there's a lot of like thinking going on here. There's a lot of daydreaming or constantly thinking about the other person, constantly trying to find out about them. Imagining scenarios. Imagining a new beginning, and passionate one at that, with the other person, if you know what I mean. But what is actually going to be happening? Yeah, that's what I thought. We've got the Two of Swords. But interestingly, the deck is split when that fell out to show the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You might also have 2 people watching you, to be fair, Gemini, with those 2 Page of Swords. You might have a choice to make about a new beginning in love with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands. And it would probably be between this person who's trying to come back towards you and maybe someone else. I don't see you making a choice, if that's the case, as yet, but more kind of thinking about both and imagining and weighing up the pros and cons of both, like giving either of them a chance, kind of thing. I would say that this person in the spread is more likely to be the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, and you might have a new interaction with a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Anything else about what's going to be happening? Listen, the King of Swords just fell out, which, bearing in mind, is how you feel about this person who we're talking about in the spread. King of Swords. And then the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I was like, what is the truth that Gemini knows about this person? The Devil. I think we've seen that combination a few times. You're like, right, This is a toxic person. This is, you might even consider them like a karmic interaction or connection that you had. It's not necessarily that they are, but that's what you kind of, you know what I'm saying, that in the story of your life, chapter of this person, you've like stamped with toxic, and they want to change your mind about them, basically. But again, this King of Swords is has a sword pointed down. This, for me, represents someone who's not communicating. They're kind of watching from afar and keeping their mouth absolutely tight shut. Oh my god. I say that at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords with, you know, they're literally bound, like, I will not communicate. And the Strength card, yeah, I will not communicate with this person. So if it's not the fact that you've got two people interested in you, Gemini, at this time, and you have to make a decision, it's the fact that you're not making a decision yet about whether to give this person another chance with that Two of Swords. You're just not, no. You might even tell them, like, it's not a good time for me right now, actually. So you're going to have to wait. If you still want my answer in a couple of months or a month, then, you know, maybe we can talk then. But right now, it's not a good time for me, actually. So that's what I've got for you this time, Gemini. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you found it useful and that it did resonate in some way for most of you. Please do leave me a comment if it did resonate. Let me know, even. Like the video for me if you don't mind, that would be amazing. It's free for you to do, it just takes a second, it really helps the video and the channel. I don't think I need to tell you this after the last Gemini reading. Huge thank you again. And if you haven't already, then please do subscribe. I would love to have you. I recommend hitting the notification bell so that you know anytime I upload a video, as I am a bit sporadic. Thank you so much again. I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.